everybody, it's Russell from What Drives Us. Welcome to my sneak peek into the 2023 Prius and Prius Prime. So what's it like to attend a reveal? Well, you know what? That's the boring part, and I don't really even want to get into that because you go to a place, you go to a venue, they pull a big cloth off a car, voila. Maybe you get some details, maybe you don't. In this case, we didn't get a lot of technical information. We got to see two prototypes of the Standard and the Prius Prime and sit in them and look at them, which is very cool, but not a lot of other technical information. So I'm going to give you my impressions and the technical information that we have now, knowing that in a few weeks, very likely, Toyota is going to release much more information. There'll be some driving impressions available, so you'll be able to get a much better picture of where these vehicles are at. So let's start with some pretty pictures. These are all shots from Toyota, so thanks to them for that. And it's the Prius Standard and the Prius Prime just doing what it does, looking good. I have to tell you, there's a little bit of conflict in me because after years of strongly defending Prius as not being the ugliest car on the planet, now everybody's talking about how cool the Prius is and how pretty it is, which backwards implies that the other one was ugly, and I didn't think it was. Let's ignore that. Is the new one gorgeous? Yeah, I think it is actually. Really beautifully done. It's in a time of SUVs and crossovers and trucks, it is the most sedan the Prius has ever been. It's a little bit lower than normal, 2 inches lower than it used to be, a little bit wider. It's a gorgeous sedan, but it screams sedan, and I love it. I love it for that. So there you go. Okay, now we get down to the meat, as it were, or if you're vegan, we get down to the veg. Here are the technical specs that we have so far. This is what Toyota has released. The powertrain is a new 5th generation hybrid system and a new 2.0 liter internal combustion engine. That is what drives both the Prime and the Prius. The battery pack, we don't really know. We don't have any specs. We know that Toyota has said it is a new lithium-ion battery pack. We don't know the size. We don't know the voltage, the capacity, as it were. It's a new lithium-ion pack. It takes up less room, although I have to say there's some kind of weirdness in the back storage area. I'm not sure how much less room it's taking up. I need to take the car apart a little bit to kind of check it out, and this really wasn't the venue for that. The big one with Prius is MPG. It is 57 combined MPG. Toyota has not released city or highway separate, just the 57 combined number. Horsepower, here's the big one. This is, I think, as much as a 60% increase over previous Prius horsepower. In the front-wheel drive, it's 192 horsepower. In the all-wheel drive, it is 196 horsepower. What does that translate to? Well, that translates to a quicker 0 to 60 time. In the front-wheel drive, 7.2 seconds. In the all-wheel drive, 7 seconds flat. That's a good 2 seconds plus faster than it used to be. Obviously, Toyota is really trying to mainstream this car and making it look like a standard sedan, making it sportier and zippier. It's probably going to have a little more engine noise in it too, but we'll talk about that if and when we drive the car. It is based on the 2nd generation TNGA-C platform. This is Toyota's new development platforms, and 2nd generation already. Infotainment system, the good news is this has the new Toyota audio multimedia system, which I reviewed in the Tundra a year or two ago, and it's actually a really nice system. The best system that Toyota's made so far. So, good news for that. It's super cool. The voice features work very, very well. It's a great little system. It has the brand new Toyota Safety Suite TSS 3.0 system that includes a plethora of Toyota ADAS features. It is not self-driving in any way. nor is it's supposed to be, but things like dynamic cruise control, parking assist, rear cross traffic indicators, all of that stuff, it's super important. And I kind of rush over this because Toyota's been doing this for years now. So it's not something new, but it is, in my opinion, one of the most important aspects of getting this new car, or any new car, is being able to upgrade into these safety features. If you're a commuter like me in a place like Southern California, like me, dynamic cruise alone is worth the cost of admission. So that's just my take. Wheels, yes, the Prius got a little bigger, 17 to 19-inch wheels, depending on the grade that you purchase. It looks nice. I'm very interested to see it with the smaller wheels. I think they were all displaying it with like 19s or 21s. And now you're asking, what about the Prime? What about the Prime? Well, the Prime is essentially the same car. There's some external flourishes and some interior stuff, but it is not a completely different body style as it used to be. So the main difference is the plug-in range and some features. That's really it. And we'll talk about more when we actually know some details about that. The only detail we really have on the Prime that's super important is the EV range. And Toyota has said, and I quote, there is a 50% increase in EV range. Now, previously that was 25. 50% increase would be 37.5. But we know that there is a big incentive for Toyota to be able to claim a 40-mile plug-in range for various incentives and programs. So my guess is they're going to call it 40-mile range. And again, I know from people, friends and whatnot that own the Prime, that 25-mile range is very, very usable, very easily extendable past 25 miles. When I drove the first generation of the Prime, wow, I don't remember, years and years ago, I was getting in the low 30s for EV range. So that increase to 40 will certainly be welcome, and it will make it a much more appealing EV, as well as one that qualifies for some incentives. And that's it. I don't really have a lot of other observations. You know, sitting in the car, it was comfortable. The seats were nice. It definitely felt a little smaller, but I want to get it out on the road too. It's hard when the vehicle is sitting in a building to sit in it and look and see what's going on. For instance, if you're familiar with Prius, it's always had a split window in the back, a lower thin window. That lower thin window is gone now. It's just the upper window. And I'll be very interested to see what the visibility is like with that gone. I don't think it's a huge thing, but I don't know until we get it on the road and see what it's like to drive in traffic on streets to really give you some kind of, look. So there you go. That is your sneak peek into the 2023 Prius and Prius Prime reveal. Thanks for watching. Do follow us. We're at What Drives Us all over the place. And please, if you haven't already, do like this video and do subscribe to our channel. It is a way to support the show that costs you nothing, and we appreciate it a great deal. Thanks for watching, and until next time, drive safe.